Hey everyone, it's Dawn here. Welcome back to Bridal Business TV. Part 3 of Video Week starts right now. Hey guys, welcome back to Bridal Business TV. Thank you so much for joining me again today for part 3 of our video training. Now I feel like we haven't quite covered enough this week, so I'm going to continue a bit more on video next week. I know you guys have still some more questions. I've had a few DMs over the last couple of days, so we're going to talk a little bit more about kind of the whole what to say, how to say it, and we're going to cover that again in my live streams for next week. But today I just want to talk about how we can get comfortable in front of the camera, because I get messages all the time from some of my sort of private community that are in some of my membership groups, and I'll be encouraging them to go live or to get onto video, record videos, and they say, well, it's all right for you because, you know, you're really comfortable in the camera. But I didn't start out this way. I swear to you, I didn't. And and there's been, if you actually go back through the archives of Bridal Business on the Facebook page, and you will see scroll right down to the bottom, you'll see some really dodgy videos from me. But hey, you know what? That's where I came from. And yes, you're right. I am more comfortable now in front of the camera. But guys, you're seeing something that has taken me 4-5 years of getting there. Like, I started live streaming in around 2015, 2016. So I've been doing this for a long time. So you have to remember that I was once where you were. What I want to do though today is give you kind of some little hints and tips as to how you can feel comfortable doing these videos for yourself. Now, live streaming is obviously a big deal to a lot of you, because live streaming means people can see you, right? So we click that button to do live stream, and it means we're telling Facebook, hey, send my stuff out to all the people that know me and tell them that I'm live right now. And that kind of is that bit of that scary feeling. And the other thing that we think about is not just, you know, how many people are watching and how many people are judging. Because let's face it, we feel like when you do a live stream, when you record any kind of video, whenever we put our face to something, people will judge. They do judge. When you walk, I don't know, when you go somewhere to a place, don't tell me that you haven't sat down and gone, oh gosh, I don't think that pink top looks right on that, you know, woman with the red hair. Do you know what I mean? We all judge things, whether we mean to do it or not. People judge. So you got to get that out of the way. It's just going to happen no matter what. People do make assumptions about other people. It's just a fact of life. But what you have to do is think to yourself is that I have a message that I want to deliver, and I feel like that my audience needs to hear this information. So therefore, what I have to say is, you know, it's important. It's important to me, and it's important to my followers. That's what you have to think. The people that you don't connect with, well, that's fine. You don't connect with them. You have to get into this mindset. And I think being in front of the camera can tend to be a very it all comes from your head and programming yourself to feel comfortable. All right, so when you're going on a live stream and you're doing what I do, which is I switch on the camera and I talk live and I'm broadcasted over Facebook, and they say, come and join me and listen to what I have to say. The scary part is number one, like I said, being all these people watching you. So you're thinking, oh my God, everyone's judging me as to what I'm doing, what I'm saying. But the other part is, what if nobody turns up? Yeah, that's another feeling of rejection, right? We feel rejected. We feel like nobody's watching, nobody's listening. And so then we feel like, oh my God, but what if I go live now and then nobody's there? Okay, so that's another thing that we have to get over this. It's again a fear. Now, what I want to say about that is that even if you go live, guys, and nobody comes into your live stream. Next week, we're going to talk about the whole what to say, how to say it. And then you'll know that you can just go live, you can deliver your content, and it doesn't matter if anyone says hello or not, because you've done what you set out to do, right? So, and I can see that there's people on now. So somebody say hello to me right now, because this is really embarrassing. I'm teaching about video and none of you are saying hello. And guys, and hit the share button, share this out, because everyone needs to know this about video, right? So anyway, so what if no one's watching, right? So no one's watching you, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, nobody came on my live. That's really embarrassing. Okay. Another thing you need to think about, especially when it comes to Facebook, is that your video lives on, right? So your video is continuing to play to people who get notifications after you've gone live. Thank you, Caroline. Hello, darling. How are you this morning? See, do we have a fan? Thank you. So you have to remember, guys, that when you go live, even if there's no one there, it doesn't matter, because you've come on, you've delivered your content, and then you have to remember that there are people that watch it after the fact. Your replay viewers are very, very important. Good morning, replay viewers. Thank you so much for watching me. So you guys, you have to remember this, that it's not just the fact of, I've got to go live. Live is great because it's great for the algorithms, it's great for Facebook, and it's great for, I'm saying Facebook as in Facebook and Instagram, right? But whether you go live on Facebook or on Instagram, it's great for the algorithms. It tells them that you have got something to share, and hopefully that it's good and quality content. But if you go live and then no one's there, it doesn't matter, because the people that watch it afterwards, people are waking up all around the world, right? I go live purposely in the morning in Australia, so I can hopefully hit the evening in the UK and the afternoon evening of the US. Yeah, so it's evening here. So Caroline's saying it's evening there for her, so she's getting ready for bed. So I try and hit the time zones, and it's difficult to hit time zones for me as well, because especially with the UK at the moment, we're about 9 hours ahead of the UK. But I think then or maybe I'm 11 hours. But there's a point where maybe it's 11 hours right now. I think it's 11 hours. So I'm 11 hours ahead of the UK. So it's about 10:40 p.m. in the UK. So, people are starting to go to bed now at this time of the day, right? So don't worry about it if you don't hit people. If you go live and there's no one there, it doesn't matter. Deliver your content anyway, and, thank people for watching you on the replay, right? So that's another thing about getting comfortable with live streaming. Now, when it comes to pre-recorded video, well, you have the benefit of pre-recorded video where you can record it over and over again, and it doesn't matter because no one's seeing your stuff up. With live, okay, maybe you might stuff up, you might fumble your words, you might stutter, etc. But again, you're live, you're real, you're genuine, you're being you. And I think that when you are live on the camera, people can see the person that they're talking to, right? They can see the person who they're booking with. Right, you've got to think about this. The brides are coming to your Facebook and Instagram pages, and not only are they then looking at what you do and how you do it, they're thinking, could I connect with this person? Is this person going to be somebody that I would love to have on my wedding day? And when we talk about people's prices, right? All our prices are similar in our area, and we all do an excellent job. What's going to set us apart is our personality and what we bring to the table, and what it is, how we connect with our brides, right? That's going to put them over the edge. So if you're a Facebook page that's got lots of video on it, and it's some of you on camera actually doing the things that you do, even if it's just, hey guys, this morning I'm just going to do a braid in someone's hair, and you literally just turn to the camera and you say, hey, it's me, hi, I'm the face behind the camera, and then you do your updo or whatever, or you do your makeup look where they're just seeing your hands. It doesn't matter. It means you're being genuine, right? Now, when it comes to pre-recorded video, if you stuff up, then you can stop, rewind, go back again. Do you know what I mean? I could just hit delete and start again. So you can go over and over a pre-recorded video as many times as you need to get comfortable. The key is, guys, getting comfortable in front of the camera is all about being... It's all about practicing, and guys, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress, right? Because every single time you practice something, you get better and better and better, right? There's progress every single time you do it. Now, when it comes to either a live stream or a pre-recorded video, my thoughts behind that is to have something to talk about. So number one, obviously you're going to need your topic, but number two, what you might want to have is you might want to have a few notes about what you're going to speak about. When I actually do a lot of my pre-recorded content for YouTube, when I do it for any of my videos for my programs and my courses, a lot of the times I actually have a script and I use an app. Okay, here's a little tip for you guys. I use an app and it's called, I believe it's just called Teleprompter, and it's a free app. You know, I like to give you guys as much free information as I can. So it's called Teleprompter. Okay, this is what it looks like down here. This one. Okay, so it's called Teleprompter. I use the Teleprompter app. I script out what I want to say in my videos because I want to keep them a bit more concise. When I do live streams, I kind of ramble and I chat and stuff. It's different, right? But when I'm doing my sort of 3 to 8 minute, I guess, videos, I try and keep them shorter on YouTube, and I deliver my content. Even when I'm trying to do my podcast, I try and keep my podcasts around, you know, anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes. But I script them out, right? I script them out. I think, what do I need to say? And I actually write it down so that then with my podcast, sometimes I can read off of a script. And with my YouTube videos, I can read off of a teleprompter. Now, when I'm live streaming, it's a little bit different. And again, this is because I have got used to doing this. And when I want to deliver my content, I pretty much know what I'm going to say when it comes to live streaming. I always have a topic. I always have a couple of notes. In fact, today, this is my notes. Right? I put notes on a tiny little thing note, so I get across what I wanted to say. But when it comes to delivering my content live, because it's a little bit more conversational, because I'm asking you guys questions and you're commenting and you're speaking to me, and that is a little bit of a distraction. I always have a few notes so that I think to myself, right, where was I? You know, oh, point number 1, and then I think, oh, I've got to go to point number 2 next. So I can go backwards and forwards. And it does take, again, it takes practice, because when people do come on live and they do talk to you, that is a distraction. It takes you away from it. So again, practice makes progress. You have to get in front of the camera. You have to do it repetitively. Okay, so repeat the same thing over and over again to make progress, to keep trying, to keep moving forwards. Practice makes progress. Another thing is a good thing to do, and I'm going to go to my notes here. Okay, so I've written smile. Obviously, you need to smile when you're on the camera, and a smile says it all, right? A lot of the times they tell that to people, even when you're reading a book out loud, even when you're doing your podcast, that people can hear that you have a smile on your face. So even if somebody is just listening to you and not actually watching your video, they can tell that there is a smile on your face. Obviously, if you're telling a sad story, you might not want to do that. But, you know, for the majority of the time when you're delivering good, valuable content, have a smile on your face while you're delivering it. The other thing is, as well, is to get comfortable, is to make sure that what you're talking about, you're really passionate about. You can tell, I hope from me, that I'm really passionate about talking about the bridal industry and elevating us, and getting on camera and getting you guys to get these brides through the door, and trying to give you as much information as I can in order to up your value, to up your value. It's not about upping your prices. It's about showing brides that you are valuable to them, or invaluable to them. They need you for their wedding day. And I hope that my passion for what I do comes across in my videos. So it's all about kind of having that passion, personalizing it so that you know what you're talking about. Get comfortable with your subject. Yeah. So if you're delivering content where you don't really know it inside and out, I'm going to tell you that you're going to find it a lot more difficult to record a video on something that you don't know. But you guys are all hairstylists, makeup artists, right? Beauty professionals. You have the power, you have the knowledge. Even if you have just stepped out of cosmetology, makeup school, hair school, it doesn't matter. You still know more than somebody who hasn't, right? Than your clients who are, your friends and family around you, brides to be, people in your local area. They're not a hairstylist, they're not a makeup artist, they are not a beauty professional. So everything that you have in your mind, everything you have up here, everything that you have learned, you're always a step ahead. I've spoken about this before, but there's a book. You guys have watched the movie, right? Catch Me If You Can. It's the one with Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio. And Leonardo DiCaprio is playing the guy, and I forget his blooming name. So he's playing a guy who keeps pretending to be somebody else, right? And Tom Hanks is like the FBI agent trying to catch him, right? And what he says is is it Abernathy or something? I can't think of his name, but basically when they actually interviewed the guy, it's based on a true story. When they actually interviewed the guy, he actually at one point he was a college professor, and this is the real guy. And the police said to the guy, or when they were interviewing, they were like, "How on earth did you teach, like philosophy or whatever it was he was teaching when you were like, not really more older than the students that were in there?" And his answer is that he had to just read a chapter ahead in the textbook, because if he was always one step ahead of other people, he was able to teach them something. Again, I'm just trying to emphasize the fact of, you guys, you have this knowledge, right? You have this knowledge. You might think to yourself, oh, well, this is what I learned. I've only just come out of school and this is what I've learned in school. It doesn't matter. Your clients don't know that. Your clients aren't educated like you are. So share your education with your clients in your videos. Be passionate. Know your topic really well. I just spat at my computer. I know I was going to apologize to you guys, but I didn't spit at you. Don't spit on a camera, but also don't take yourself too seriously. So guys, just be really passionate about what you're doing, what you're teaching, what you're sharing. Know your subject really well, and you will get more and more comfortable with the camera. I've talked such a lot, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Please do, if you're even in on the replay, hit me some comments up, guys. Let me know what you think. What are your worries about being in front of the camera? And have I just helped you perhaps alleviate some of those stresses, alleviate some of those concerns? It's really about live streaming, obviously hitting that live stream button and going live. I can see how that can be a barrier for some of you. But again, know your subject, have a few notes so that you know what you're talking about. But with pre-recorded video, guys, you guys can create content all the time. We can be creating content every single day. And in fact, I have got a program coming up that starts in March. If you go to the link which is above this video and check out my video course, I'm going to help you guys create 15 videos that you can use in your social media marketing, that you can use on your websites, that you can use in your ads, that you can use to encourage brides to book you, right? So go and check that out with the link above. As I said, we will continue getting comfortable in front of the camera. Caroline says she is terrified, but it's one I've got to get on with. Exactly. And do you know what? And I think that is I think everyone feels that way now. I think you guys, I don't think I really need to drum into any of you that you need to be on camera, because I think everyone's like, oh, I know, Dawn, stop telling me. I know I need to be there. I think the key is at the moment is that I know I need to be there, but I can't do it like that. There's just too many barriers. Now, actually, before I go, the other thing I wanted to talk about is self-confidence. Because self-confidence is probably another thing that kind of holds us back from being face-to-face on camera. Like, I don't like what I look like, and I don't like how I sound. But again, to be able to kind of, I don't think we ever get over that. Like, I go back over some of my previous videos and I think to myself, God, I looked awful. Seriously, even some of the ones, and at the time, I thought I looked absolutely fine. It's so humid here right now. My face is sweating. It's just so humid. And I know, and my hair, I can see my hair's like going limp as I talk. But you know what? Like, I am who I am, right? I can't change the way I look, right? You can't change the way you look. You can't change the way you sound. You are you. And so what you have to do is, again, start practicing, play around, use things like Snapchat, Instagram stories, and start recording yourself just in those short bursts of time, and then play them back. And yes, you might cringe. And yes, you might go, oh, I hate the sound of my voice. But as time goes on, you'll start to get used to it. I used to hate the sound of my voice really passionately. I still don't particularly like watching back my videos now, but I do it because if I don't watch back my videos, then I can't learn for the next time round that I record one, right? And then if I'm not learning and I'm not changing, then I'm never going to keep progressing with what I do. So to get comfortable, have a play around, try and do some short forms to begin with, try and do some stories, Snapchatting, that kind of stuff. Even use filters. It doesn't matter, guys. It's all about just being comfortable with your face on camera. All right, guys, that is it. Take care. I should be back live streaming. Remember, I'm live streaming Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, Australian Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. right here on the Bridal Business School Facebook page. We'll continue talking about video next week. All right, guys. Bye for now.